Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Straight Facts Commentary where I give you my unpopular opinions in everything pop culture. So please stick around and subscribe for more. Hey y'all, I am back again with another video, and in today's video, you see the title, and yes, it's Cardi B and some drama with her fans, the album, just this never-ending revolving door of a discourse. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. If you're interested in her, female rap, pop, conspiracy theories, trending topics, my unpopular opinions, whatever I feel like getting into for real, go on ahead and subscribe, and let's get into this video. Also, don't forget, we are so close. We're almost at 5K, y'all. I'm so happy. What the heck? I'm so happy we're almost there. So once we get there, I have a Q&A for y'all. So let's get into it. So, honestly, over the last week, Cardi has been going off on fans. I saw something the other day of her going off on somebody for something. I ignored it because at this point it's kind of routine. So like I don't feel the need to talk about it every single time it happens because it happens so frequently at this point that it's like to cover it all the time would be monotonous. But in this instance, she was talking about the album more specifically, and fans were talking more specifically about the album. So I was like, okay, I kind of want to comment on it now because it's in relation to music. I'm gonna let you know right now, like I'm not deep in the trenches of Stan Twitter. Like I do pay attention to Stan Twitter. I try to see what's going on in that universe, but I'm not deep into it. So like I don't know who she was going off on, but she was going off on someone. Okay, a Stan account, a fan account. I think it was a fan, if I'm not mistaken. If I am wrong, somebody let me know. But she was going off on someone in regards to the album. She was also going off on Barty Gang in like this live where they were talking to her about the album. And I do have the live on here, so I'm going to play like little pieces and clips of it. I was not able to find the full live from the start to the finish of the entire rant that she went on, but I was able to find parts and pieces of it, so I will play those. But I wouldn't even want to like honestly play the full rant because it's so much cussing, it's so like crazy, and she's going off so hard that it's just too much, to be honest with you. But from what I did hear, she's basically going off on some fans who are giving her an ultimatum, is what she says is an ultimatum about the album, because she says she's putting out the album this year, which I don't know whether to believe. Like I honestly have PTSD because she has said that she's going to put out an album for so many years and she hasn't. So I want to believe her, but at the same time I I don't know if I can trust that. But basically, from what I'm hearing and seeing all over Twitter and social media in general, is that she is kind of like delaying the project, or fans feel as though she's delaying the project. A lot of people were hoping to get an album announcement or drop, or like, okay, so we are going to get an announcement this summer that the album is either coming out this summer or right soon, like very soon within the summer season. Like we're gonna get something related to the album this summer. And basically Cardi B had went on live to say like, hey, you know, albums aren't really doing that well this summer. Like I don't know if I want to drop this summer, essentially, because there are a lot of albums that have been coming out that aren't performing well, and this, that, and the third that were, you know, dropped in the summertime. And I'm just thinking, is that the reason for the delay of the album in the summer, quote unquote? The summer actually is very prime time for most people to put out projects. That's when a lot of people put out new music, singles, albums, mixtapes, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people drop in the summer because it's actually prime time for a lot of music. Her saying that, you know, she doesn't want to drop in the summer because albums aren't performing well. She's talking about other albums that have just recently dropped that hadn't performed well, is what I'm assuming. Now, albums aren't performing well, I don't feel like because they were dropped in the wrong season. I feel like if an album is dropped in the summer, it's not performing well, it's because the fans didn't like the music, or the music just isn't very good, not because it was dropped in the summer. To me, hearing Cardi B say she doesn't want to drop in the summer or summer adjacent seasons because albums aren't performing well in the summer sounds like an excuse to me. Because waiting until the fall and the winter isn't any better of a time frame to drop because holiday music is coming out. Then we have, you know, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas that are shortly following the fall and winter months. And we all know during the Christmas season, the Christmas songs take over the charts, whether that is classic Christmas songs or songs like from artists like Mariah Carey and others who put out Christmas bops. And those type, that type of music takes over the ether for that time period. So they actually advise artists to not drop during that time because it's harder to get chart placements and get high billboards and this and that during that time because everybody's listening to Christmas music or everyone's listening to holiday related music. So to me, when she was saying, "Oh, dropping in the summer, I don't plan on dropping," it just felt like an excuse. Not only did it feel like an excuse, she was going off on her fans who were asking about this, and she was saying that fans were giving her an ultimatum to drop music, which obviously essentially means if you don't do this, we're not going to do this. If you don't, like a demand of sorts. And I don't feel as though Barty Gang is demanding. I feel as though I saw a part of a live where basically somebody was like, no, it's not a demand. You have promised that you're going to put out music year after year after year after year. We're just expecting you to follow through. It's not a demand. We just want you to keep up with what you say you promise. So some fans are saying they're going to withdraw support if Cardi B doesn't make an announcement or if she doesn't drop a track list or an album cover or an album period soon because of the fact that she has promised fans. So you can't get mad at fans for then saying, we're going to withdraw support or we're going to do this or we're going to do that if you don't do this, because you have made the promise for X amount of years. You know what I'm saying? I could see if you never gave anyone a date, time, or anything, and they're giving you ultimatums and things like that. But you literally have made a continuous promise for years on end, kind of like how Normani did. She said for years on end, she kind of promised fans that she was going to drop an album every year and never did. So at this point, fans don't know what to think or believe, and fans are getting tired of waiting. So to get mad at them and then continuously cuss them out on live, which is what she's doing every month, I'm hearing that she's going off either on Twitter Spaces, on Instagram Live, on something. She's getting onto a platform and going off on the fans for asking valid questions and for requesting music or for wanting Cardi B to follow up on promises. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get into some of the clips of the live that I can find and also comments. This is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's so continual, and I stopped like bringing it up at a certain point because it's like it happens so often. You know what I'm saying? But she did say in part of her lives that the album is coming this year. So hopefully, this is the most she's talked about it in a while. So hopefully that's true.
I'm not out here like trying to like beg y'all like, oh, that's fucked up, this and that. I just hate when fans do that shit to people. Like it's like, oh well, we wanted the album, so we're not supporting nothing that she do, especially because they're. It's like, man, shut the fuck up. I don't care. Don't support them. Like, cause I appreciate the support. I always appreciate when my fans do the support, when my fans help me, when my fans buy stuff. But I don't like when people give me ultimatums. Like I'm grown. I am my own boss. I work hard to be my own boss. Cause people giving me fucking ultimatums and shit. Like what the fuck? Fuck is wrong with y'all? My nigga can't even give me an ultimatum. Fuck you mean, nigga? Too bad. Well, I guess another bitch gonna have to suck your dick today, nigga, because I ain't changing my attitude. That's how I give it up in real life. So the fuck? And then they be like, "Oh yeah, I wasn't trying to be shady." Yes, you was. You've been shady for a year and a half. You've been shading me for a year and a fucking half. I don't see you talking shit about other artists. Only me. And you be dead ass fucking wrong. Dead wrong. So what are you talking about? Cause you a scorn bitch. You fucking scorn and you tight. Cause if I was delusional, then I'm delusional. Oh, my eyes burning a little bit. Eyes burning a little bit. It's the thing. Before y'all start talking shit, I am busy. I'm getting glam done right now. That's why I'm in a chair responding because I'm literally in a chair replying back to you motherfuckers. I ain't got shit to do. Only thing I can do is move my fucking fingers. Anyways, the reason why I'm coming at this page, first of all, let me Let me remind you to the people that don't go here. That page is not a prediction page. That page is a salty party gang. I blocked a couple of times and I unblock it because every single time they go and ask a bigger party game page to unblock me, they do a little nice compliment and then they go back to shading me. And the reason why I got upset about that page is right. Let me tell you why. Because in real life, right? Like on your regular life, you don't want somebody that always shutting your shit down. When you're about to do something, when you're planning something, when you got something in your mind that you want to accomplish and you want to do, you don't want to fucking, you don't want nobody behind your in your ear trying to tell you don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. You want to know why? Because then you're never gonna want to get it done. The summer is almost done. I'm not gonna give my fans 2 weeks for pre-orders. I'm not giving my fans 2 weeks of pre-orders. I'm not giving my fans every like I told my label and like I told the people that's waiting for me, when I drop my album, everything better be fucking right. From the merch to the other things that's coming out, everything that's coming out, it better be right that same day. You're not going to tell me that all my planning, all my marketing that I've been doing, all of my fucking calls that I've been doing, all of my meetings that I've been doing, you're not gonna fucking tell me that it's not gonna be successful because it's not gonna come out in the summer. First of all, and you're not gonna also tell me that I'm a fucking summer artist, bitch. I've never been a seasonal artist, bitch. I make hits all year round. What are you talking about? There is such a thing as some people are seasonal artists. Some people just make music better seasons, bitch. And I'm not one of them. So what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't even release. If you think about it, I didn't even release my first album in the summertime. It was April 6th, bitch. You still wear coats. You still wearing coats in motherfucking New York in April 6th. So shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? Mind you, you're the same page that said not to drop in the summer because all these other artists, blah blah blah, with the Grammys, whatever. And this is the shit that I don't be liking. I don't like when people be trying to shut you down when you're trying to accomplish something. That's not the type of people that you want in a fan base, and that's not the type of person that you want in real fucking life. That just shut everything that you do down. Okay, so you know what? Maybe I should go with what you say. I'm gonna just drop next summer. How about that? Because you said so. Because you said so, I'm gonna drop next summer in June 2025. That's better for you? That's better for you? That's why we going off. Or is somebody pissing on your fucking plans? Like you understand? Like somebody always pissing on your plans, pissing on your shit, pissing on your dreams. Shit is annoying. And then they be like, "Oh yeah, I wasn't trying to be shady." Yes, you was. You've been shady for a year and a half. You've been shading me for a year and a fucking half. I don't see you talking shit about other artists. Only me. And you be dead ass fucking wrong. Dead wrong. So what are you talking about? Cause you a scorn bitch. You fucking scorn and you tight. Cause if I was delusional, then I'm delusional. But why other party getting clocking it? Other party game members is clocking it. Cause they know what the fuck you what type of time you on.
Okay, so that was part of the live I can find. There's a whole bunch of clips. There's another clip of her actually like going off a lot hardcore, like a lot harder than that, but I couldn't find it to put in this video, but it was way too much anyway. So she was getting upset at the fan, I'm assuming, because they were trying to tell her in what season to drop or when she should drop and this and that to capitalize on momentum, or that she should drop during a certain season. And she was basically saying she can drop during whatever season she wants. She's not just a summer artist. She can drop here, she can drop there. So basically, she was saying she could wait until the fall and December to drop. She could, but I don't think it's a bad suggestion that the fan made for her to drop, closer to this time of year. And now that we're falling out of the summer, is she going to be able to perform well in the fall and in, December? Because the summer is over. She has this month and next month. So if she doesn't drop next month, then we're going into the fall. And I don't see Cardi B dropping next month. I mean, she might drop a single next month. She might preview something next month. But what she's trying to say to me is that she's not dropping this summer. And you know what? Like, I didn't anticipate her dropping this summer because she's not consistent and she don't say what she means 9 times out of 10 with this album. All I know is if she's dropping this album, time is ticking. You know what I'm saying? If it's not this summer, within this month or next month, then it's the fall or the winter. So what do you guys think? Do you think that'll fare well in the holiday season? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But, she says she's dropping the album, so I'm going to hold her to that and see what happens. But she is going off on fans and saying that they're giving her an ultimatum. I don't think they're giving her an ultimatum. They just want her to follow through. So let's look at some comments of what people were saying in regards to some of these lives. So here are several tweets. Cardi B says albums in the summer are performing bad and you can't get a placement on Billboard Hot 100 because so many people are dropping. I don't know if that's really the issue. I feel like if you put out a good body of work, people are going to support it. To me, this sounds like an excuse. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. So this is what else she had to say about albums not performing well in the summer. She said, "Shady what, bitch? It's the effing truth. Albums are not performing as good in the summer as the ones dropping in other seasons. The music traffic is insane. There's thousands of songs releasing, and you can barely get a placement for more than 2 weeks because of so many dropping at a time. It's statistics. Unbend your wrist and think with your brain. Not everything is messy and shady, weird ass." Yeah, a lot of people have been dropping this summer. I'm not going to sit up here and lie and say that, but I feel like the albums that are quality do well, and the albums that aren't that great don't do well. I don't really think it has anything to do with the season. I think this is prime season for artists to drop. This, again, to me just sounds like an excuse not to drop because she is afraid that her album specifically isn't going to do that well. Somebody says she's arguing with her own fan base yet another time. Nicki would never. Yikes, she's really in the trenches. Someone else says, but a certain female rapper dropped during the Christmas period with whole Christmas songs, Traffic, and did pretty well, and her fans said it flopped. Literally no artist thinks this way but her. If an artist thinks this way, it's because they know they are flopping. She knows she won't be able to stay afloat on the charts. I was about to say, because like the summer is peak time. This is the perfect time to drop an album. Oh girl, that's not the gag you think it is. So she can't release her album because it's gonna chart for 2 weeks. I thought it's about the music, not chart performance. LOL. I'll bet 100K that the album won't come this year. Oh my god, I hope this person is not right. Someone says the album is definitely not coming this summer. An album in autumn winter will have much less chances of getting viral hits and will earn much less streams and sales. Plus, 6 years of waiting is worth at least a good release date. Cardi says, please tell me which album has been doing good this summer since you got your degree and act like you know every effing thing. I mean, she's right in the way that albums aren't really doing that well, but I feel like it's the few albums that have come out recently, it's just a quality issue. Camila's and Normani's and Megan's. It's not really it. There's a quality issue. I bet when Sabrina Carpenter drops her album, it's gonna do well. So, and she's dropping this summer. So, rain check on that. We'll see. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna do good. And her album is dropping this summer. So, I don't know if that's really an excuse. And I guess this is a response to her going off on a fan. She said, or this person said, I don't blame her for going off on him. He's been shading everything she does for a while now. So I guess the fan might have always done this. I don't know. She said, exactly. The ones that don't go here, like, why is she cussing her fans out? Not knowing BG don't even like his fake ass. She quote tweeted this person who said, mind you, he just said he wanted the album to come out a week later in the year, a week ago. Y'all gotta stop giving unstable people with clogged nostrils attention. They ain't saying anything. Unstable, but the ones that don't go here talking about he's a stats account. No, just a bitter old BG. They mad that they got the boot. Y'all gotta realize that Cardi B is a whole Libra. We allow people to poke and poke, but once the line is drawn, it's a wrap. Ain't no stopping us or nobody calming us down. Let her get it all out because they deserve just what they're getting. Just shut the F up and wait for the album. Jeesh. Cardi B needs to be honest about her never dropping a second album. Like, it's obvious she isn't even going to. I'm sorry. Instead of fighting about it weekly. Nobody is checking for a Cardi B album, I promise you. So the comments go on and on and on. This seems like a regular occurrence of fans asking for updates, asking when the album is going to come out, talking about it to her, just for her to say, she just now threatened to say, "Oh, I'll just release it next year, next summer, since 2025, since you guys are complaining, or since that fan was complaining, this that and the third." She keeps prolonging this, pushing it back, and getting mad at fans who have expectations for an album that she has given them. She has given them these expectations, and yet she's cussing them out and telling her fans to suck her D and all this. So it's crazy. I'm not expecting anything. If it comes out, it comes out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like, I'm not in anticipation anymore because of the antics and because of the prolonged wait. And I feel like she's going to see the effect of how she's treating her fans and also this long wait once the album finally drops, because people are going to be tired and they may or may not support it because of that very fact. And I feel like she's delaying and giving all these excuses, saying, "Oh, look at how the other albums are performing." Well, if you have confidence in your work and your music, then it doesn't matter how other people's albums are performing, because you know that your album is good. So you're not going to base it upon how Normani's album did, or how Camila's album did, or how um, Megan Thee Stallion's album did, or whoever. It's not going to matter, because you have faith in your work, and clearly she doesn't. Clearly she doesn't, because if she did, she would have dropped it. And she wouldn't be trying to say, "Well, I'm going to push it to here," or "I'm not going to do it in the summer. I'm going to do it here. I'm going to do the excuses." Excuses. and tomfoolery. So you guys let me know what you think about all this. There's so many comments. If you go on Twitter, she's trending right now. It's a lot. You know, the fact that your fans are having to give you an ultimatum, quote unquote, they shouldn't have to do that. You know what I mean? So, anyway, you guys let me know what you think about all of this. This is craziness. And that's it for this one. I love you. And I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.